Hey everyone, how's it going? So once again, we are finally expecting a new Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. And it's really been a while since we last had this kind of excitement and anticipation since Kingdom Hearts 3 is already out. And honestly, I think this might be the last time that we get this hype process for a Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer, since I don't really expect getting another big Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC trailer, at least not one that they hype up like this. And that's probably why they're doing that. They probably know that this is going to be the last big anticipation process for Kingdom Hearts 3 at least until they move on to the next game for whoever knows how long it's going to take to come out. But still, to a point, this is really exciting since we finally get this moment again of anticipation and excitement for a new trailer. And so once again, let's dive into the theory bubble and predict what I think we're going to be seeing from the next trailer. So to start off the trailer, I do think it's going to be Sora versus whoever the big secret boss is going to be of this game. I personally think it's going to be the Master of Masters, since the secret boss always has something to do with the future of the series. For Kingdom Hearts 2, it was the Lingering Will, and for Birth by Sleep, it was young Xehanort. The Master of Masters would be a perfect fit for this spot, since we already know who he is, and they pretty much have countless models of the black coat just lying around, so it wouldn't be too hard to make a boss out of him. We've already seen the Master of Masters in the DLC trailer so far, so I would really like to have a battle with him, Sora versus Master of Masters. It doesn't have to be canon, it doesn't necessarily have to take place after Kingdom Hearts 3 since we know what happened in the end of the game, but I would just really like to see that. Or if anything, any secret boss that has something to do with the future of Kingdom Hearts. Those are some of the coolest things in the final mixes in general, so I would love to see that. So after that, I think we're going to be seeing a new area. And this would probably be a new area based off of the worlds we already have. We're definitely not getting any new Disney worlds, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some new Twilight Town areas, or maybe if they expanded Scala. I really hope those two things happen, and if they do, it would make a lot of sense why they would want to show it in a big trailer like this. So after we see a boss fight, new secret area, and then maybe a little bit of gameplay with the Oathkeeper Keyblade, or maybe a new Keyblade, I definitely expect to see some story-based cutscenes. We know that there will be some significant plot points going on, as if we look at the first trailer, we can see that young Xehanort has no Xehanort Eye, and that he's pretty much starting off his journey that leads us to Kingdom Hearts 3. We also find out the Master of Masters is pulling the strings somewhat. So we're probably going to see more of that interaction, or maybe some other interaction that has to do with that. So based off of what Nomura said in the interview, we know we're getting the additional scenario for Remind, the Limit Cut episode, and a secret episode. It's a lot of content that we really don't know anything about. And if they want to advertise and sell this DLC pack to people who aren't going to buy it no matter what, then they should definitely show it all off. So because of that, I do think that we will see at least a little bit of every secret episode that we're going to be seeing. So my prediction / theory for why it's called Remind is going to be because Roxas, Axel, and Xion are trying to remember things that happened while they were in the organization, and pretty much when they were becoming friends. I think it's going to feature a playable Roxas in Twilight Town, and that would be a big chunk. I believe that one of them will feature a secret boss and a story kind of centered around the secret boss. Maybe it will be about the Master of Masters, which is why we're seeing these cutscenes in the trailer. And this is my real wild one, but I also believe that there will be a post-game secret episode featuring a playable Riku in some kind of city area that they're going to be probably using the Big Hero 6 assets to make, and we'll probably end up seeing Yozora. Those are just some wild predictions, but I do think that they have a pretty good shot. However, there is one more thing I want to discuss about Extra Story, and that is having more story content in the main campaign. Now, I know I said in my top 5 hopes that I didn't think or want to see any improvements or changes to the main story, but I think that there is some evidence and a theory to be made from the last trailer. And that is, if you take a look at the Luxord and Xigbar conversation, it's taking place in Olympus while it's under attack. And if you remember, if you go to Hercules' world after the post-game, then it's completely restored, at least in terms of the environment. And this looks like how it did in the main campaign, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is a scene that they're adding to have more context. It could also be a flashback, so keep that in mind, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some in-game main story content. Having a couple more secret bosses like right before the final boss would be really cool, and it's not something that they've never done before. If you remember in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, they added in the Roxas fight right before you enter the castle, so I could definitely see something like that happening. That would be awesome. Another common prediction, yet something I still think is going to happen, is some kind of area where you can fight all the 13 Darknesses. They all do have boss fights, so why not utilize them? You can fight pretty much all of them on their own anyway, so why not make them a little bit stronger and have own individual bosses? It sounds like a guarantee at this point. And lastly, I definitely think that we'll see a release date. It's coming up soon. No matter how you look at it, whether or not it comes out this winter or if it comes out in January, which is still technically winter, but it's not this year. So either way, we're still going to have to know the release date pretty soon, and I think this would be the perfect opportunity to show that off. So basically my predictions are we're going to see some kind of really cool secret boss fight. We'll find out about what those secret episodes are. We'll probably get a new area, some new playable characters. We'll probably see some kind of boss rush mode with all the 13 Darknesses and a release date. Hopefully we get all of those things. I'm not sure how many of those will actually happen, but we'll see. Come back to this video and see if I was right later on. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later.